Alright y'all, quick and dirty little video here for you. So I got my TT2 Sambar here. It's a 1999 6th gen Sambar. And this is going to be a video on how to do the thermostat. I have not seen any other videos on YouTube about doing the thermostat. So yeah, let's right into it. So we're looking at the top of the engine here. Now I accessed it from the bottom, but don't be like me. It's a lot easier probably to access from the top. You can access it from the bottom though, and that's actually how I removed it to replace it. So when you're looking at the engine there, your air box is going to be positioned in the engine, just like that. There's 4 clips that hold this air box on this side, and then there's this hose clamp that goes to your throttle body there. And you undo that hose clamp, and you undo those 4 clips, and you can pull this whole thing out of the way, and this will give you a lot easier access right down to your thermostat, which if you're looking down in there, you can see you have these 2 connectors here. So there's one here, one there, and your thermostat is just below that. So you can actually see the new thermostat that I put in there. It's just below that there, and there'll be 2 pretty large coolant pipes coming off of it, and they'll be going up towards the front, towards the radiator there. But you just there's 2 screws holding it on, so you're going to pull those coolant pipes off first, and then you're going to undo those 2 screws. And like I was kind of saying, you know, you can access it from the bottom here. You know, and you don't have to dismiss my poor camera work here, but you go under the truck. I don't know how well this is going to turn out, but again, oh gosh, okay, if it'll focus, there we go. So you can see the 2 coolant pipes there, and that's where those 2 coolant hoses will be hooked up to. And then yeah, you know, again, you can access it right from the bottom. You're going to need to remove that screw, and then there will be one up there, and this screw is pretty easy to get to underneath, but the other one is a little more difficult if you're going from underneath. So that's kind of why I recommend going from the top. So this is looking in from, there's the timing belt there, which I actually just did on this as well, but looking in from the side here on the driver's side, you can see it as well. And you'll have a larger coolant pipe and a smaller one there. And like I said, it's just 2 bolts. You remove those 2 coolant pipes, and then you can pull that whole sucker off. And bada bing, bada boom, you're done. You know, you just pull the old one out. I used a pick to pull the old one out because it was kind of stuck. You know, so I removed that housing, pulled the old thermostat out, stuck that new one in there, and yeah, you're good to go. You know, like I said, there's no videos that I could find on how to change it, so I just kind of looked up a parts diagram, did it myself, and I got it done. So as you can see, I still gotta do one more bolt there, but you know, it's overall pretty straightforward process. A little bit of a pain in the ass getting to it with a ratchet because you got limited room. But you know, if you, like I said, if you take off that top air box, that makes it a lot easier. And you know, I really should have done that because I was fighting with that thing, and it was just horrible. I would not recommend going in from the bottom. Go from the top, a lot easier. And yeah, that's my TED Talk, and talk to you guys again soon in another video.